Welcome back to Sky Sports News. It is 2 down and 2 to go. Chelsea women one step closer to the quadruple. Emma Hayes' side won a record fourth WSL championship with a 5-0 win over Reading. And next they face Barcelona in the Champions League final on Sunday.
My job has always been to put them into the position where they can compete for these things. So as I always say to them when they're sat grey and old, it's going to be these things they talk about. Of course, the shared experience, the friendships, but winning. We don't tire of it. There's not enough of it. And for all my players, I'm not sorry for what I've put you through this season. I am happy because to put this in your cabinet is another reason why Chelsea are the best team in the country. And I'm just grateful to be given the opportunity to lead them, to be honest.
Well, let's get some more reaction now to Chelsea being crowned champions. Let's speak live to the former England and Arsenal captain, Faye White. Faye, very good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us. So, 2 parts of a potential quadruple for Chelsea. How good do you think they are under Emma Hayes, and how much congratulations should they get just for getting this far so far? Two titles down, 2 to go.
Yeah, well, it's a great achievement, isn't it? To win the league is a great accomplishment. Obviously, they had it last year on the points per game ratio, but I'm sure they would have felt it. You know, they didn't quite win it, didn't play all the teams. So now they can say they have. And I mean, they have been formidable, haven't they? In the squad that they've got together and amassed over the last couple of seasons with some big players who have just performed. I watched the Reading game yesterday and they were simply just too good. And yeah, really exciting to watch.
Yeah, I think Man City have lost just once all season and they've finished second, so that says everything about Chelsea. Look, you go through some of the stats, Faye, you know, 33 games unbeaten. You look at the goal-scoring records of Sam Kerr and her partnership with Fran Kirby. Are these the things that have set Chelsea apart, or is it more a collective thing, a team spirit as well?
Yeah, I think it's team spirit. It's about the cohesion of the players and balancing all those good players, getting them good time on the pitch and making them all playing towards one common goal. But yeah, I mean, Fran Kirby and Sam Kerr will get all their headlines, won't they, with the amount of goals that they score and the partnership that they have forged this season. But yeah, to go, you know, I think it's 12 games unbeaten or with clean sheets as well. And to only lose once, I think they'll be a little bit disappointed they lost to Brighton. That would be a little mark. I'm sure that the defender, especially being a defender, will you know, wish they had got that goal, that win on that occasion. But yeah, it came down to the big head-to-heads with Man City and Arsenal, and they got the wins and the draws that they needed against the top teams. Yeah,
I think you'd have to make them favourites for the FA Cup. How about the Champions League though, with Barcelona? Are they favourites for that?
Yeah, I really think they've got the best opportunity. Yes, it's their first final, Champions League final. Barcelona have been in it already once before. But I think if you look at how they played against City, when City lost to Barcelona, the City made a lot of chances. And I do think Chelsea have a little bit more clinicalness in them with that forward line that they possess. So I think they can go on and win it and win them all.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday's game, the 5-0 win, defeat of Reading, also saw the end of Farrah Williams' glittering career, the curtain down on that. You know, how would you assess her impact on the game and what do you think she'll do next?
Yeah, well, I'm sure she'll go into coaching. She always had an unbelievable knowledge about the women's game and football. But yeah, it was so good to see her back at Chelsea where she started her career. I'm sure she would have wanted a better score line, but yeah, she's been unbelievable. The amount of games that she's played, I think 172 for her country as well. And she's won some of the big trophies too. I had a lot of time at England with her, and she's obviously done a massive amount for the women's game over the years.
Now, you mentioned England, you mentioned Farah's appearances for England. Of course, no getting away from the fact that this is a big year for England with the Olympics, big year for Hager Risa. Look, given what she's seen so far, what do you think her potential squad thinking will be now? Do you think she already knows her best team?
Well, she's got obviously those the other Welsh and Scottish players and Northern Ireland players to bring in if she feels to. And I think there's some good players out there. So it'll be hard to cut it down to an 18 squad, 2 of those obviously keepers. But I'm sure one of the big things is the versatility of players. Which players can play a number of positions? Obviously in a small squad you need that in case you pick up injuries or little niggles. Obviously you can replace some players, but I mean she's got a headache really because of the quality that have been on show so far this season. There's some good Scottish and Welsh players in particular I think that will get the nod, and it'll be interesting to see which English players aren't going to be selected. But what an opportunity it is for them, and I'm sure a lot of people's focus will now start to be on that.
Yeah, we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. Look, we're keeping a close eye on Mental Health Awareness Week this week. Just wanted to ask you, how important you think weeks like this are, especially with sport in mind, how people can use that to help their struggles with mental health.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sport's always been a great release and escapism, I suppose, for me in my past and some issues that I had. And I know a lot of the backstories of a lot of the England players and how sport is so vital to bring people together, to make friendships, but also to be that outlet and that release. And, it can be massive benefits, whether it's going to the gym, playing in a team environment or doing an individual sport. Just getting that release, that mental well-being is so important.
Yeah, a little bit of exercise always releases those endorphins, doesn't it, Faye? OK, look, thank you very much indeed for joining us. That's Faye White, their former Arsenal and England captain. So Chelsea remain on course for the quadruple. Are they the best ever side in women's football, though?
It's definitely, I think, the best team in the world right now. They're going to have to prove that, obviously, on Sunday against Barcelona in the Champions League final. But, my heart's blue. I love that team. I love, the journey that they've been on. They're just relentless winners. Emma Hayes has driven that team. I've been part of that journey. I knew back in 2012 when Emma Hayes told me that, one day we will be winning trophies. And she set that vision and she's executed. So proud of everyone involved at Chelsea, and I hope they go on to win the Champions League this weekend.
At the start of the season, I put my hat in there and said Chelsea will go and do it. They'll win the league, they'll win the Champions League, and I still stand by that. I think it's quite interesting. I think Barcelona sort of put a picture up of their 26 wins and they're all having a bit of a pool party. So, that won't have escaped Emma Hayes is watching Chelsea. They'll be looking at that and they'll want to go and spoil that for sure. But I think, again, they've just been fantastic all season. And again, something that Emma Hayes said yesterday about, I told the players when they pick up the medals, you like that feeling of winning, well, you've got to take that into next week. And that just shows everything about her mentality. And I'm sure that they'll, go on and be Champions League winners.